Truth Alert Zone is broadcast from a secure bunker in an undisclosed location. You are in no danger by receiving this transmission.
Alert, EMP attack imminent. Alert, EMP attack imminent.
The insane criminal scum Illuminati crazy maniac government is at it again. This time it's an EMP drill. Oh, an EMP drill. You know their MO. It's a drill and then the real thing happens, the same time as the drill. This is the same thing they did with 9/11, it's the same thing they did with the London bombings. 7/7 bombings in London. It was a drill for dogs to sniff the subway trains for bombs, and then 3 bombs went off. Same thing on 9/11, simulating a drill, planes flying into the Twin Towers, and then the real thing happened the same day. Now it's an EMP attack. Drill, simulated EMP attack on a massive global scale. So what does that mean? Well, we're going to be hit with a massive EMP blast on November 13th is when this is coming. I've already been hit by an EMP. You may know that already. As I've said before, I've been hit by an EMP. And, but look, that wasn't big. I mean, that was a narrow attack on me alone, I believe. Although that's just why now I live in my secure bunker located in Washington, D.C. in an undisclosed location, so that I won't be attacked anymore. And the attacks have ceased because I am now in an undisclosed location. But listen, an EMP attack on a major power center would be absolutely devastating. I mean, there are a lot of things here. I've got some video clips, but there's a lot more that you can look up that talk about the absolute destruction that will happen. But we know what you're up to. We know what you're up to. We know your MO. We know that a drill means it's actually going to happen. I mean, how many times do they think they can do this to us? I mean, it's unbelievable. We know your game. We know what you're up to. And you cannot kill me! Because I know your game. I refuse to be a pawn in your scheme. I am not an insane criminal scum like you. I am not a brainwashed zombie. And I will not stand for these attacks.
Joining me now is F. Michael Maloof, former security policy analyst in the Office of the Secretary of Defense and author of the book A Nation Forsaken, EMP, the Escalating Threat of an American Catastrophe. Michael, welcome.
Thank you.
Just to define terms, electromagnetic pulse?
Yeah, it's an intense burst of electromagnetic particles that come descending on down and can absolutely destroy all of our electronics if they're unprotected.
Isn't, back in the 80s, the northeastern power grid shut down one day and nobody knew why, and it turned out later it was a bunch of particles coming from the sun, as I recall. Yeah. Isn't that a kind of a mini example of EMP?
Well, we have a mini EMP could be from a solar burst. We're now going through one of our most intense periods, 11-year cycle of the sun. And NASA has raised all kinds of concerns about that, especially if we were to get a direct hit. They're estimating that the cost could be upwards of $2 trillion, affect about 164 million people, take 4 to 10 years to recover if we get a direct hit.
Wow. And that's basically, it comes out of a sunspot, and so it's like the sun is blowing it out somewhere in that 360 degrees if we happen to wander through that.
Exactly. If it comes from approximately the middle of the sun, it could result in a direct
let's start with cyber.
Yeah.
You've said that a cyber 9/11 is not an if, but a when. What would a cyber 9/11 look like, and how soon could it happen?
It could happen imminently.
DHS Secretary Janet Napolitano warns of serious cyber attacks and unprecedented natural disaster. The outgoing Homeland Security Secretary has a warning for her successor. A massive and serious cyber attack on the U.S. homeland is coming, and a natural disaster, the likes of which the nation has never seen, is also likely on its way.
EMP is one of a small number of threats that could hold at risk the continued existence of U.S. civil society.
I want to think of that as a hurricane in space.
Just one violent active region on the sun can cause essentially continent-wide, perhaps even planetary scale impacts to our critical infrastructure.
The likelihood of a severe geomagnetic event capable of crippling our electric grid is 100%.
And I mean, look, everybody, I'm a rational guy. You know that. You know, I don't like to jump to conclusions or anything, but I mean, this has happened many, many times. How many times will this happen before we understand that we live under constant attack? In a drill means we are going to be attacked. I can't take it anymore. We have to prepare for this. Prepare by preparing to live off-grid, basically. You're going to have to live off the land. Learn to grow your own food, how to pick wild food, how to hunt, how to, heal, how to, take care of injuries in the field. Just living off the land skills is what we're all going to need when this attack hits, which is supposed to be happening November 13th to 14th. Well, that's the drill. I mean, of course, once the real thing happens, I mean, we're going to be without power for probably years. Once again, I cannot reveal what I'm drinking. Because I believe I was attacked just last week. Someone was trying to poison my water supply. I caught him in the act, and he ran for it as soon as he saw me. Which people tend to do, because they know that I don't play games. Listen, we've got to try to stay safe. I mean, this is crazy. These insane criminal scum clowns are attacking us!